started, I'm going to talk about some alt fragrances, alternatives to Bond No.9 fragrances, and they have a lot of Bond No.9 fragrances that nobody else does. Apparently they like Bond No.9, the people that run this house, because they got a ton of them, and nobody else has clones of these. So I was just curious to see how close they could get, and I think Alt House is kind of slept on. People don't talk about them much. All the ones I've got so far have been really good quality, and the performance on these is great. It's like Duo with a performance. It might even be stronger than Duo's. So yeah, I haven't had a weak performing alt fragrance, but and I've had a few others of their Bond No.9 fragrances, Wall Street, and a couple other ones that were kind of rare, and they were really good. So let's start out with the Star Island, which is a newer release from Bond No.9. It's Beekman Place. I think this just came out last year, and I do got a decan of the real thing here, and I did a side-by-side, and it's really close. It's at least 85% close to that, and the real thing here is really close, 80% close to this, C.H. Min Birds of Paradise. It's got that kind of smell to it. So yeah, there's a lot of similarities between Beekman Place and Birds of Paradise. Maybe 80% close. There's not a huge difference. It does have like a designer smell to it, you know, instead of like a niche, you know, Bond No.9's niche, but it's a nice smell. I like it. It's one of those aquatic green scent profiles. I really like those. They work great in the spring. It's fresh, citrusy, woody. Yeah, and this smells almost identical. It's off in the open just a little bit for the first, I don't know, minute, and then it just kind of gets real similar, but projects harder, much harder. Not that the real Bond No.9 is a bad projecting fragrance, but these alt fragrances just really have a push to them. It's got these aquatic notes, some basil, bergamot, there's ambergris, pineapple, blackcurrant, some woods, geranium, lemon, musk, patchouli, a nice pear note mixed in, woods and tonka beans that dries down. Real nice fragrance, mass-pleasing fragrance. Not groundbreaking or anything, you know, nothing crazy out there for a niche fragrance. I don't know that I'd want to pay niche fragrance prices for it, but I like this version of it. This is good enough for me. I'll just stick with this. All right, next up is Venetian from Alt, and it's a Sutton Place from Bond No.9. And again, it's really close. It starts out just a little bit off for, you know, 30 seconds or so. And once it settles from there, it's pretty much 85% really close, but projects harder. Same thing as like the last one. You're just getting really good performance out of this. It just pushes harder and lasts longer than the original. The original is not really a slouch or anything. It's just average. As far as this scent profile goes, to me, this is an average scent profile, like a 7 out of 10. And that's kind of what the ratings are on Parfumo too. And that's what I would say about this scent profile. It's a nice scent profile. Nothing to get excited about. If you've got, you know, if you've got 100 fragrances or so, you're not going to get super excited about this, I would guess. It is a nice, fresh, spicy fragrance. It's fruity, woody, a little bit of citrus. It's got lily, musk, a lot of pineapple note. You're going to get a ton of pineapple all throughout it. Bergamot, amber, blackcurrant, jasmine. There's a nice leather accord in this with patchouli. You're going to get that all the way throughout, but as it dries down, you're going to get more of that. So yeah, it's just a lot of good spices in here too. Like I said, it's fresh, fruity, woody, citrus, kind of an all-rounder. Good spring fragrance to me, but nothing to get really crazy about on the scent DNA. But I will say Alt did a good job cloning it because it's almost spot on. It's not far off at all. Great job on this. Next up is Villa Vice from Alt, which is Ches Bond, which really close. This is a 85% spot on fragrance again. Starts off just a little, maybe like 75% there, the first initial 30 seconds or so. Then as it dries down just a little bit, it kind of stays 85% or so of the life of the fragrance. But again, this pushes harder, better longevity, and a better ciliage too. So same thing as the other ones. It just push hard and really close to the original. The original is like pretty much a green Irish tweed with a cool water twist on it. It's like they took green Irish tweed and cool water, mixed them up, and pretty much come up with this. And they did a good job. It's green, fresh, woody, citrus, and spicy. Real nice citrus notes off the top. Then you get these green notes, like a green grassy smell, kind of like green Irish tweed has. Some herbal tea, a lot of violet leaf, some woods and vetiver. Yeah, nice, easy to reach spring fragrance. And if you like cool water and you like green Irish tweed and you want a hybrid of them, check out Ches Bond or get this Alt version. This Alt version is a really good clone of it. And yeah, once again, I'm impressed with Alt. They don't get much love out here. And if you use coupon codes and get their deals, they're not very expensive. So yeah, Alt is a slept-on house to me. So if you made it this far, like, subscribe, and comment. It helps the algorithm. And I appreciate you guys taking the time to watch.